I don't remember where we left off. This is 11. Trouble in Paradise. Ninth of the Astral Moon. There's like 3 acts, if I remember correctly. So I got some work to do. Why is she already upsetty? Huh? Why is she already upsetty? Good morning. Good morning, Clay. Did you sleep well? I did. It took ages for you to fall asleep. I was too excited thinking about our adventure. But I slept really well. Happy to hear that. Tia, did you sleep? She passed out right after she had some soup. I don't know, Gabby. I don't know. Maybe he'll be back today. Maybe he'll be back at night. Maybe he'll be back tomorrow. I don't know where they went, actually. I hope that Lady Cassiopeia would send me signs for my divine mission in my dreams. Did she? I don't remember. Sounds like you slept well then. Anyhow, I see you had time to prepare the quest. Wonderful. Let's get started. Let's take this one step at a time. Clay, I was looking forward to some soup. Then I hope you like lentils. I don't. I fucking hate lentils. And I'll fight Illy on it. Good soup. I left some with your purple friend and told him to keep an eye on it. Oh no, he left it with Andu. Well, I hope Andu enjoyed that soup. Thank you for feeding my familiar, Clay. I don't. We could have a good soup command. Of course. Did you two enjoy your soup? Very much. Clay's quite the talented chef, even though eating it did make me very tired. And Tia is a very good cooking companion. It took a while to make, so we had a lot of time to talk. It was nice. What did you talk about? Friendship bracelets, I hope? Not quite. Many things. Like, I thought it'd be fun to make her niece one of the little dolls that my granny taught me to make. The ones with flower dresses and mini axes. I don't have any siblings or cousins, but Tia said she's gonna make little star lamps for my parents' garden. Is that so? He offered to cook for my family. And I can't offer to cook for his. My cooking skills are unimportant to my destiny. Unimportant to my destiny. You're just bad at it. But I thought if I were to visit, it would be appropriate to bring some sort of thank you gift. And who wouldn't want some stars in their garden, especially now? That sounds lovely. Have you ever visited the Highlands before? No, not thus far, though I've always wanted to. Our snow dragon building competitions are famous. I've never heard of those. Oh. But they do sound intriguing. When I was young, one of my favorite stories, the Elysian told me, it was that of the ever-burning flame. It is said to have been a gift from Leviathan to the first mortals. Along with it, he bestowed the power of elemental manipulation upon his chosen. I vaguely recall there being another version where one of his guardians stole the flame from him instead. Blasphemous hearsay is all that is. We should be thankful for the gifts he has given us. I've always wanted to pay my respects to the flame, and it just happens to still be burning in an ancient temple in the Highlands, keeping the hope of Asteria alive for eternity. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in person sooner rather than later, and with the local guide no less. Ooh, another rumor. I've never visited it before either, but I once went to the Autumn Glow Festival in Varica. You can see the temple from there. The Autumn Glow Festival? What's that about? I'm sure he could tell you all about it another time. Please, let's get back to the quest. I have one more question. Fine, one more. What's your favorite food? Why? Are you considering updating your menu? No, I'm just curious. At least you're honest about your intentions. Potato soup. The Elysian used to make some for me on cold winter days. It tastes like home. Home being the aperture? Yes, exactly. Have you lived there all your life? Does your family live there too? No, I moved there when I was 7 years old. When a cleric discovered I was chosen, I was given a proper education. But my parents and the local clergy could only teach me so much. With my natural affinity for Cassiopeia, being taught by the Order of Starlight in their stronghold at the Aperture just made sense. From then on, I was taught diligently by the Elysian and her celestial cardinals. And potato soup was always a warm reward for a demanding day. So now you eat it often? No, it's a reward and such things should not be handed out abundantly. The joys of life don't require an occasion. Life is about more than just pleasure. I disagree. As you are wont to do. I'll make you some potato soup soon. Thank you. Oh, we got more character information. There we go. Now, the quest. Of course. Would you like some potato soup for your journey? Do you actually have any? No. Don't make promises you can't keep. Sorry. So I'm assuming you're going together? Unfortunately, I was gonna go alone, but Clay insisted on coming along. Why is that unfortunate? It's a very dangerous quest, and he is not practiced in the ways of a divine warrior. Could you imagine if he tried to befriend some bleak stalkers? That'd make for a fun story, I think. But if you really want to do this alone, you could just go by yourself. Who would make her potato soup then? Exactly. That makes sense. Plus, I need to meet those bleak stalkers. I've never seen any before, and I can't wait to find out what they like to eat. Hi, Empress! I'm doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. They like to eat you. Only if they're hungry. Could you at least try to be reasonable? I am. Local creatures can be very helpful. I know they can be dangerous too. Of course it's important to have your guard up, so you can defend yourself if they're scared. Generally, if you approach anything non-violently, they'll like you more. Maybe the innkeeper can give us some extra charisma too, so we can convince him to help us out. I could offer you some honey flowers as well. They can be very inspiring even to bleak stalkers. I think so, at least. I've never tested that one out, actually. We can test it for you. Nonsense. We need to head out into this knowing we'll have to fight our way through. The name Bleak Stalkers doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their hospitality. Not to mention, there could very well be many more dangerous monsters roaming the abandoned Everbloom. We need to refresh our strength and hope that our mortal weapons will be enough to damage them. If that's of concern, I could offer you some Kirtan. Certain? Kirtrin. Words hard already. It's infused with the divine properties that'll bless your weapon strikes. With a little help from the dragons, no creature should be able to withstand you, no matter how bleak. Certain can only be found deep within the Forbidden Valley. How would you even have access to that? Oh, you know. No, I don't. Anyway, I think both of your strategies could work. Strength and Certrin will let you fight your way through any danger in no time. But the right mix of defense, charisma, and honey flowers might offer a more unconventional solution. Can you help us decide? I don't want to argue. Sure. Of course, I'm gonna see how talking this one out goes. And you ate my fucking soup that was for me. Okay, it's not that one. Yeah, it'd be this one. And then I need to use honey flowers. Right, that's honey flower. Yeah. Okay. So I need to get... Perfect. Can't forget the defense. That's it. Ding. What? What? Hold on. Oops. 1,000 wins. You're telling me 1,000 wins doesn't fit? They asked. I don't... What? This is one of the options. With an infusion, which I have. There's a honey infusion. This is not the right drink, it has to be a recipe that... But... It's one of the options. It's one of the options. Okay. I guess we'll go with the other one. What else is glowing? Oh, all my rumors. They're scattered everywhere. I'm still so very confused. How is this not this one? These are the options. I chose this option. Estoy confundida. Okay, well, I guess I'll go for a more... I guess I will go with the other option. Is this the thing? I don't know what the Serotonin is. Yeah, it's the dice looking one. Ooh, the forbidden dice. Forbidden... Love... Soul, hi, welcome. Look, can you help me understand something? I have two options, right? I can either go with what the girl wants, which is just a tyke, or I can go with what the dude wants, Clay, who thinks, oh, just a little bit of defense and some charisma, and yeah, we can talk to the creatures that are called bleak stalkers. So I made 1,000 wins because it's got both, and I don't like. Is it? Does it have to be Frosted Lagoon with? Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, let me try that. Get this out of here. I want them to talk to the bleak stalkers. Not me spilling the potions everywhere. I made 1,000 wins and it said, nope, it has to be something they asked for. And I'm like, what do you mean? That was too much. And then one... Am I losing my marbles here? This is all the way... Oh, this only needed to be one. Hold on. Not me fucking... Okay. One of this. That's not moving. Oh, because it's got double negative, so we can't... It can't have this. But it needs the inspiration. Andu be drinking a lot today. I'll go with the other one. Sure, why not? Thunder Sage also gives inspiration, but it also takes away from the fence. Not that. I'm gonna lose my goddamn marbles. I don't remember if we drew the recipe. Okay. And then charisma. Oh no. What? Okay, so it can't... I don't think any other infusions give... Do want blessed. They want attack. Maybe go very basic. So Southern Brawler. That's still gonna require this. Oh. Okay. So that is needed. Okay, I managed to make that. I still really want them to talk it out. Maybe Frosted Lagoon would have helped. Oh no, so you're definitely gonna fall asleep during this. I still want them to talk it out, so let me try Frosted Lagoon. But at least I know I can make Southern Brawler work. Get out of here. Here you go, Andu. I hate the fucking negative effects. Andu's feasting, yeah. I still need one for this. But this has the one it needs. Okay, so I can put the rest into... Ah, shit. Hold on, sorry. This one. No? It's not gonna... it's double negatives. I would have needed a third. I guess they're gonna go attack. What else was needed for Southern Brawler? Well, only spent like 20 fucking minutes doing this. I think Tia's right. This is an extremely dangerous undertaking and an important one, it seems. You should be able to defend yourselves actively, not just passively. Plus a little blessing from the dragons can't hurt. I'm still upset because I wanted Clay to win this one and go talk to some creatures and be like, yeah, so it turns out they're fairly peaceful. But what about the creatures? I'm sorry, Clay. I couldn't figure it out. They might just be misunderstood, like that whale was. I agree. They're known as nightmares that attack any travelers that stumble across them. She has a point, I guess. I don't wish to understand their violent reasoning. Most importantly, this should allow us to investigate the archives without having to hide from their detection. That's what matters. I guess, if it means we can help more people in the end. Just look at poor Clay. He's crying. It does. Thank you for all your help, Innkeeper, but we should get going now. Indeed. Wait, why are you in such a hurry? Yesterday I met Fable at the farmer's market and they helped me pick out the right vegetables for the soup. And then they invited me to their barbecue on the 31st of Cassiopeia. So we need to make it back in time for that. You can always leave early if it takes too long. And what about you? What about me? You're also coming. I have to work. You also have to eat. Saving the world is bound to make you hungry. And you might even have fun. Who knows? I will consider it. Let's hurry then. Let's. Innkeeper, can you let Fable know we'll be back in time? Of course. I'll let them know as soon as they grace my tavern with their presence again. Oh yeah. Grace should know too. I think she's bringing her famous fortune nuggets. Who's Grace again? Yeah. I'll tell her as well. I wish you a successful quest. It shall be so. See you soon. Oh god, this fucker's back. I cannot with him. Greetings, Innkeeper. Hello, Archie. Good to see you again. Oh, it's always a delight to be here. It makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger already. I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of which, were you able to help those farmers out? Oh yes, talking to Fable was truly inspiring. They were so right. The farmers really had no interest in gold or other riches. So instead, I helped them with reconstructing their land, barns, houses, with my own 2 hands. Oh my god, he did some hard work. I even got some blisters from it. Remnants from my first ever heroic deed. Very exciting and painful. Now that I think about it, do you have a recipe for a drink that could help out in this specific situation? I want to be able to help every single farmer with ease. I want to lift the heaviest logs and steel myself for the most stubborn splinters. You're right, a drink like that is still missing from my recipe book. Let me think of something. Oh, thank you dearly. Wow, we came up with one on the spot. I was making my way to your tavern. I walked past an outstanding duo of adventurers. A stunning seraph and a massive half-giant. They were so utterly impressive. I aspire to be like them someday. Feels like I'm in a book, like I delved headfirst into one of the stories on my bookshelf. Magic and adventure surrounding me with every step, and unknown lurking dangers in the shadows. This is also exciting. But now I'm just daydreaming. Originally I came here seeking one of your magical drinks. Of course, what would you like? Perfectly something that'll help me defend myself from devious dangers, like splinters in my hands. The drink I had last time did... well, I presume it did something. But those splinters were a real nuisance, I'll tell you that. I got you, don't worry. Time to make the new one. Steel tonic. Wow. This definitely requires some sort of infusion. How far can we get? And that's it. Okay, and do. I'm gonna need at least 1 layer of that. Let me see. Oh, we don't need any of that. Search trend might help. Not that. Not Thunder Sage. Frozen Pine Cone would take away from that. Bay Crystal, take away from that. Yeah, Phoenix Chili could also help. Let's try the dice. I like the dice. There we go. Steel tonic. Protection against your arch nemesis, splinters. Here you go. Ha! I can already feel my skin getting tougher. Helping people grow calluses is my secret party trick. Maybe I should bring my friend here someday. Your drink mixing magic is quite peculiar, really. Oh, your friend? Is he from Windmore as well? That is correct. I've known him since we were kids. Mostly due to our parents being of similar wealth and influence, I think we were kind of chosen to be friends. We decided to write each other letters when he's not here in Zenith. He's actually in a kind of dire situation right now. You see, he's a diplomat, deeply involved in the whole Diria mainland negotiations. Due to him nearly getting kidnapped during his last business trip to Diria, he decided to fire his entire personal security crew. If you ask me, his reaction was a little over the top, but I don't interfere with his decisions, so... I mean, it sounds like they all did a terrible job. Terrible. No, I mean, he's not been kidnapped, so I don't know. Now, he doesn't have any bodyguards, and I would like to help him. But honestly, I have no clue what I should do. He definitely doesn't need my money, just like the farmers didn't. He's got more than enough of it as it is. I mean, if you're brave enough, you could volunteer to be his bodyguard. Splendid idea. I like how you think, Innkeeper. But, I don't know if I'd be strong enough. Even with your magically infused drinks, he might need more protection than I could offer. Well, I still do that thing with quests. Oh, you're right. I could just hang up a quest on your pinboard. And then some brave adventurers will offer to help us out. My friend means the world to me. I would never forgive myself if something happened to him. So you're looking for the best bodyguards in Zenith? Absolutely. Well, I already have some folks in mind that are more than qualified for the job. I have one in particular. Let's just hope my quest writing skills are enough to attract the right people. Do you write a lot? No. Yes. Sometimes. I love to write stories about cunning and courageous adventurers, sorry. My brain's... That's that. Somehow they always manage to get out of the most dreadful situations by cheating death multiple times. But that's... well, writing doesn't really fit the image of a heroic adventurer himself, does it? Why would I dream of other people's journeys if I could live the tales myself? You've got a fair point. So it's always easier to write about things you've experienced firsthand. Also, it's always easier. Absolutely. I can't wait to see my friend again and help him out. I'll be more than prepared. Fable also offered to teach me how to use a bow. How could I say no to such an enticing offer, getting taught by the Fable of the Ashen Grove themselves? It's more than I could ever have dreamed of. They also mentioned another friend of theirs, an imposing Vulcan lady named Carolyn. Do you know her by any chance? I do. I love Carolyn. Oh, Yes, I know her quite well. She's quite the local legend. I'm surprised you hadn't heard of her. She single-handedly slew a wyvern chimera. That's incredible. This tavern is full of hidden treasures. Apparently, Lady Carolyn is bored because her newest protege is on a mission and hasn't returned yet. So she'll be joining my training with Fable. Oh, you're in for a ride. How thrilling. I nearly can't contain my excitement. But for now, I think I've got to think of the right words for the job posting. Cran. There's no fear here. Yeah, you're not needed. We have all the No, just kidding. How's it going, Cran? Don't worry about that. Assembling quests for patrons is one of my services. Really? That would be so helpful. Good, that's good. Have you ever played Tavern Talk? It's very cute. A lot of reading. Unfortunately, reading a lot out loud makes me sleepy. It's already started. I got you. You'll have the perfect crew of bodyguards for your friend assembled in no time, trust me. Nope. You should. It's cute. You talk to the people. You make people drinks. That's it. Thank you so much, and also thank you for the drink. Coming here is always a delightful source of inspiration. I'm always happy to help. Until then, innkeeper. See you next time, adventurer. Oh, a new face. Ha. They came with their own music. Hey, how's it going? Hello, come on in. This is a cute little tavern, I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't that convinced from the outside, but the interior is really adorable. I'm glad. Are you accustomed to more opulent exteriors? For sure, but I do enjoy the cozy feeling of a simple tavern. You know, it's good being away from the hustle and bustle of the big city sometimes. I get that. Are you new in town? I am. How'd you know? It's been a while since I last saw a phantasm around here, that's all. I just took a guess. I know a tiefling bard. Oh, Lord. Ah, I see. I came here straight from the capital. Just needed a moment to breathe, you get me? Oh, I do. That's why I settled here, on the outskirts of Zenith. This town is big enough for me to never run out of work, but small enough to not feel overwhelmed. Yeah, exactly. So, you run this business, innkeep? Correct. Just me, my familiar, and this tavern. Oh, and all of the regulars that come here, of course. Of course. And with whom do I have the pleasure today? Perhaps one of my next regulars? Who knows? Maybe. Can you stop doing that? The name's Voyage, but you may call me Voy. They're flamboyant. I love it. But what's with the music just keeps... Alright, boy. Got it. What can I do for you today? Well, I mean, a drink would be the way to go, I suppose. Wait, don't tell me you haven't heard of me. Not yet, I'm afraid. I suppose I should have? I'm the Voy, the famous bard. Ring any bells? Nope. Well, I guess you'll have to get to know me then. And what better way to do so than with a fine drink made by the finest innkeeper? You're a real sweet talker, aren't you? I guess I am. Yeah. Is there something specific you would like? No. Excuse me. Surprise me with something that'll make me even more irresistible, like a real Prince Charming. No, well, time to figure out how to make the thing work. I guess they won't need Thousand Winds. Sunny Breeze with an infusion. May this drink give you an untwistable silver tongue.
Hello there.
Hello there. Oh, this is good. Oh god, the music's starting up again. Help! Nearly as good as my musical talent. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, he makes me think of Aaron Hansen. The Game Grumps dude, one of the Game Grumps dudes. Anyways, I have a feeling this drink might influence your next performance. Will it boost my charisma even further? You'll have to wait and see. Let's just say you might want to come back afterwards to get another drink. Oh, now you're teasing me. How about you tell me more about you now? Didn't you want me to get to know you better? Hold on tight to your counter, innkeeper, cause I'm about to knock your socks off. Bring it on. So, right in front of you is the one and only Voy. Yeah, okay, we get that. Traveler of lands, stealer of hearts, and the most famous bard in all of Fisoa. Not only because of his immaculate talent, but also because of his good looks, I might add. I'm fairly impressed. Of course you are. I might ask for an autograph later then. But what brings you here, boy? As I said, I just needed a breath of fresh air. A short break from the biggest city. Is it hard being famous? Not really, no. Maybe a little bit sometimes. Oh no. But making music and performing is my job, and I absolutely love it. So it's not a big deal, really. It just makes me cherish the quieter moments. Makes sense to me. Would it be cool if I kept you and your little familiar company for a bit? Absolutely. Make yourself at home. Nice. Oh, another new face. He looks like that one TikToker. Hello there, traveler. What can I get you? He is that one TikToker. I feel like I should pull out a reference. But I don't remember his handle, so. But usually he does, like, I don't remember if he does skits, but I know that he does do, like, little cooking videos. I think he also streams, too. Noah. Sometimes people just have 3 fingers, Soul. Usually it's my role to ask that, but given the circumstances, I'll humor you. Yes, Soul, don't judge. Well, this is my tavern. I feel like seeing if I could find him. It has come a long way. Love the color of the walls. A new coat? Wait. It's been a good few years since my last renovation. Quincy's Tavern. But yes, I thought it was time to accept some change into my life. Thought so. What is life if not the constant changing of the self? How I missed your endless wisdom, Quincy. Ah, that is straight up okay, that is, they fully incorporated this man. I can only imagine, innkeeper. You look like you might be in need of a refreshment. How about a drink? Yeah, long journey. Surprise me with something as charismatic as your little establishment. Excuse me. That's 100% him. Oh no. That's so cool though. So cool. So you just we can do a basic, where is it? No, that's not what I was thinking. Yes. And then one of each. Ding ding. He still reminds me of Aaron. I'm just saying. Here you go, liquid charisma, my specialty. This tastes magical. Seems like you've improved a good deal since last time. Practice makes perfect, after all. Indeed. So what brings you to this corner of the worlds? Ah, I'm looking for the feathers of a peculiar little bird. They're said to only reside in this neighborhood. Or continent, rather. What bird? The golden loon. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the golden loon? They're quite beautiful to behold. If I were you, I'd look for them near a big lake. That's where they usually hang out. But only in Fessoa. Hence why I came all this way. Oh, plumage of gold, glistening in lights of day. A traveler's bold. That would be a very poetic way to greet them. Tell that to the stupid Song of Vigor Guild. They didn't like it? Nah, they don't like anything that isn't mainstream. Like subtext. But isn't that what lyrical works are all about? Pouring your heart and soul into something for others to take in? And only if you push away the layers and read between the lines will you find the true meaning. Exactly my thinking. It's just that now, I'm afraid that they'd laugh at me. Or remember me as the bard without a heart, all because they don't understand. You know, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear can sometimes keep us safe from danger. But something to keep in mind is that fear does not stop death, it stops life. Do you enjoy your art? Yeah, and I want others to enjoy it too. I, for one, greatly enjoyed your Golden Loon haiku. It was a bit dramatic for my taste. No, me too. Oh yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. Oh, Innkeeper, thank you. You shouldn't base your value on whether people like what you create or not. There'll always be those who don't get it and those who find themselves in it. Do it for the people who appreciate your art, but most importantly, do it for yourself. That's one way to look at it. You know, I imagined all this so differently. Way easier for sure. Moving from Tregarin, the smallest of towns, to the big city, I'd always dreamt of joining the SOV guild. What was it called? Song of Vigor? Dumb. And then they promptly rejected me. But I'm Voyage, and I don't give up because of things like that. I don't need a guild to get out there and share my music. All I need is me and my Hagum? Hagum? That's right. I've seen many people spend too much time giving attention to those who will never understand them. My 2 cents, live for what you believe in and allow others to make their own decisions. That's what I'm doing. Good. But unfortunately I have to leave now. Gotta find those loons before it gets dark. It was nice having you around, Quincy. Until next time, and don't forget, take care of yourself, Innkeeper, and be safe out there, Voyage. You too. Nice guy. Yes, he's an old friend. Didn't know you do friends. Perhaps we could be friends too, Innkeeper? Not yet. Oh. Maybe one day. You gotta give me all of your dirty little secrets first. Oh, look who's back. Welcome back. Quick, Innkeep, your strongest drink. This is an emergency. What happened? It's absolutely urgent. Relationships are on the line. What is happening? Not lives? Listen, Innkeep, I'll tell you the story. Don't worry. But you gotta be a little patient, because Baya really needs a drink first. Yes, please? What do you need? The same as last time? Oh, that one was really delicious. I'd love to taste it again, please. Got it. I'll get you something that'll make you feel as agile as a spider again. Okay. What would that be again? Swift Strike? Yeah, okay. I was second guessing the, intelligence one. That's... what is she again? She's something. Oh look, now Boy is on here. Oh my god. He signed it for me. A bog creature. There you go. My strongest drink to the rescue. Thank you. This is... good. Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. I really thought she would mess it up. Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una. Huh, you're welcome. But Baya, are you feeling better now? Yes, at least a little bit. That's good to hear. Please fill me in on the situation now. I've never seen you this upset, Baya, and you have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year. You're right. So, I have this group of friends. They're girlfriends. We three have been inseparable for at least a few centuries. Wow. But now... Oh, shit. Very insensitive to ask an emotionally vulnerable and sweet girl what's troubling her, innkeeper. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's okay. How about I tell her what's going on, Baya? So you don't have to strain yourself. Thank you. Okay, so... I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. Where are we? Okay, so... Sweet Baya over here has had a long-lasting group of friends, right? Right? They're a trio, inseparable for at least a few hundred years. Excuse me. And they're an adorable trio, might I add. The Swamp Monster, the Banshee, and the Mary Morgan. Oh, she's friends with the other two fucking things that we have, like, rumors for? Oh, look at all my rumors. They're all everywhere. Ah, yes, the Mary Morgan. The wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. I've heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders, though. Yep, that's right. Anyways, the Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a couple. So I figured. Have been for a while. I recall them coming by once or twice. But right now, how should I put it? They're in a domestic dispute. For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. They even refuse to show up to Baya's monthly tea parties, insisting they'll only come if the other isn't invited. Why? I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon they won't like me anymore either. That's me. Baya is the third friend that's child. I am also child. It does smell like a breakup. Let's not catastrophize. I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always left me. Because I scare them. I don't want them to leave me too. No, I'm sure they won't. It's because I'm hovering over that. Third wheel / child forever. Yeah. Say something, innkeeper. Don't worry, Baya. They've been together for so long that they must have already solved numerous arguments. They'll get through this one too. She's right. They've been through worse. Una is also tearing up. But... what if she is wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me? I just wish there was something I could do to help them. If I might just add my 2 cents real quick. Ah yes, hello, thank you, Boy, for eavesdropping. Hi, I'm Boy. That's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. Oh my god. I'm pretty famous. No. Doesn't ring any bells, sorry. Anyway. So, Baya, that's your name, right? Mm-hmm. What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Like, you seem really chill. Well, usually everyone's afraid of me. But the innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust them. And I've known Una for a while now. Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met? Yes. The bouquet was really cute. I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands looking for potential clients and work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as an adventurer. Baya is also really cute under all that moss and kelp. Oh. Shush. I mean, you might look a little terrifying, that's true. But maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they'd want to be your friends. I don't know about that. Usually they try to burn me. Luckily, I don't scar easily. Ooh, what a nice metaphor. I might have to use that in a new song if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again just because they're afraid. Exes leaving you, but always manage to get over them. But you always manage to get over them. It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, people surround me with torches and pitchforks. Oh, look at that fucking face. Oh my god. Well, that's unfortunate. You don't say, kid. But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so different. But there's always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or enchanting voice. Maybe people would enjoy my spa. You run a spa? That's fantastic. Yes. You should come visit sometime, that's short for voyage. I love that. Just boy is fine. Do you want to come too, Una? I'd love to, yes. There's nothing more soothing for old bones than a nice swamp bath. Do you get a lot of customers? No. None. Maybe I can change that. Let me advertise your spa at my next performance. I would love that. Thank you. No worries, Baya. But let's get back to your girlfriends. Innkeep, don't you know someone that could help them out? This situation is kind of tricky. They might need a mediator. Fable, obviously. I can absolutely hang up a quest for you if you want. That would be great. Thank you so much. Of course, making patrons happy is part of my job. Now who's the sweet talker, huh? But now I have to wait, right? Yes, unfortunately. How about you show us around your spa in the meantime? It would be my pleasure. Excuse me. And once we're back, there will be a solution for your two friends. No pressure. There's a millennium-long relationship on the line, remember that. Millennium long. Jesus. Absolutely no pressure. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. See you then, Innkeep. Yeah, see ya. Oh, I can't wait to feel how smooth my skin is after a mud mask. You think I can take my crochet hook with me? Alright, I do need to... Hell yeah. We still need, yeah. Nice. And I don't have enough for another. Nope. Up reading the book for the one lady. What one book? The... Ow. Oh, shit, the one that we're supposed to proofread? I don't make the decisions. So, as far as I know, no. Case closed. Pessoa's best detective duo has returned. Just, yeah, so far, yeah. Welcome back, Millie and Malachite. John. I'm calling him Aura now. Because he's giving you migraines? No, because of his gloomy aura, of course. Well then, Melly, Aura, it's good to have you two back in town. I assume you were able to solve the mystery surrounding the missing familiars? Yes, with the help of my trusty assistant, I was able to figure it out. That's remarkable, I have to say. Good thing you went with her, Aura. It was a dangerous mission. Did you encounter a T-Rex? Of course not, but we were nearly burned alive. That's not what I would have expected. You must always expect life to double-cross you. Cat. Yeah, that's Melly. I'm glad you both made it back in one piece. But I'm curious, what was the reason behind those vanishing familiars? Do I need to worry about Andrew disappearing too? How about we tell you what happened in Zoford, but only in exchange for 2 free drinks? I can see you've learned a thing or two on your first big mission. Or tell me how to become more cunning. How to be more cunning. Only the basics. No need to be so humble, you taught her well. What kind of drink would you like today, Millie? I want something... something that'll polish my investigative and deductive skills. A drink that'll make me even smarter than I am now, so no mysterious case like this one will ever be unsolved for me. Coming right up. Yeah, peak sunrise would work. Or we could go basic. Give her a nice sparkling nebula. It do be pretty. Okay. Let me see. Where are we at? Adding some intelligence. Sparkling nebula. Let's see if this will make your brain cells multiply. Thank you. Let me try. Ooh, this is good. I can already feel it. I'm going to be completely unstoppable. Oh no. Oh yes. Initially I wanted to sit this one out, but I might actually need a drink now. It would be my pleasure if it means that I get to hear your story. Also, I am longing for another one of your little secrets. Alright, we made a deal. Correct. So what will it be today? Maybe something that'll help me counter her verbal attacks now that she's linguistically invincible? So the usual. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. ba 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 ba. Basic. Yeah. This should make things easier for you. Oh, I can see it in his face. Is it that bad? Huh? No, silly. He likes it. I was about to be very, like, upset for a second. You can clearly see it in the way his scarf is moving. Correction, now there's only 2 products. 2 of those keyblades up on the store. The Starlight and the Way to Dawn. So there's no more Pumpkinhead. I don't know if he'll do anything about it. You can clearly see... Yeah, okay, I already read that. Ah, I see. My deductive skills aren't that bad after all. You think you could teach me a thing or two sometime? Of course. Then we'll be a trio. The detective, her trusty assistant, and the curious apprentice. I like the sound of that. It's been a while since I've been an apprentice. I don't remember being asked if I wanted to be part of this. But I couldn't have completed the quest without you. Also, being a detective's trusty assistant is an honorable duty. And I'm glad you came with me. Of course. Couldn't let you walk headfirst into the open maw of a hungry T-Rex. Did you actually encounter a T-Rex in Zoford? No, don't be silly. For a moment, I thought you just shared one of your many secrets with me. Right. I guess I owe you one of those now. My hair isn't usually all black. I know, that's not a secret. I can clearly see the white streak. Anyways. But now, please, I'm dying to know what happened in Zoford. So, thanks to the golden feathers, we made it to Zoford in the blink of an eye. I don't think I've ever felt that fast in my life. It was like he had the zoomies. They helped us remain unseen, too. Thanks to your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention. Oh, I see. But those ghosts were the clue we needed. I knew we'd find something at the docks, so we made our way there. She was right. In the dead of night, just hours after we left your tavern, we spotted a peculiar dog roaming near the water. We watched as it tried to sneak onto a cargo ship. It behaved weird. Undog-like. It hid behind some barrels and kept looking left and right before it started to sneak on board. I've never seen a dog do that before. It looked like it didn't know how to be a dog. It didn't use its nose, its ears. It was just off. We watched as one of the workers noticed the dog and scared it away. But my investigative senses were tingling. So we started asking around. As detectives do when they want to collect some evidence. A few people said they had seen some animals with odd behaviors. Most of them thought they had some kind of illness, like rabies. Or that they were spirits disguised in animal forms sent by a sea witch. Wow. So they stayed away and minded their own business. Not very high-class detective of them, but they made for fine witnesses. See, apparently there's something like a weekly get-together for all the town's familiars. We decided to check it out. And? We managed to track down a few of the participating familiars to get more insight. It was a little tricky since none of them wanted to talk to us at first. I think they were a bit wary of strangers. It also seems to be difficult for familiars to speak to people they don't know. Must have something to do with their magical abilities. But with our combined charm and charisma, Aura and I were finally able to gain the trust of one of them. And they told us something strange. They said all those familiars that went missing seemed to have been in contact with one particular magician. So of course we had to pay that wizard a visit. Oh, nope. Check the box for anything else. The piece that broke off, it's not even in the box. Alright, so of course we had to pay that wizard a visit. Preferably when he wasn't at home. I think that's called burglary. Finding out his address was child's play. Apparently he's quite popular among the people of Zoford. It just took Aura a little bit of well-executed robbery to find the mage's home. Did you take some notes? I did. Prepare yourself to be my next test subject, Innkeeper. Oh no. Should I be scared? Maybe. Only a little bit, though. Very well. Your drink really did wonders. You managed to break in without anyone noticing. It was so exciting. We snuck around looking for evidence, maybe a hidden ritualistic chamber or something like that. And did you find one? Sadly, no. But we found his office with the door open. Inside were a lot of books about different kinds of animals and familiars. We figured he just loves animals, or at least needed that knowledge for something else. As any world-class detective would, I also checked his trash can. And? Did you find anything? Well, nothing that helped to solve the case. But I did find something that you'd like between all that shredded paper. It looked like a recipe for a magical drink, just like the ones you serve. Ta-da! What do we get? Silent Owl. Ooh, that's very useful. That's what I thought. Anyways, Aura and I continued our search for clues. His office also had books about common and uncommon diseases in animals, so we kinda had a connection to the reported cases of rabies. I thought it was a bit of a stretch, not that I could change her mind. That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk, in a small cupboard, were his diaries. They were full of notes and spells that I didn't understand. Something about transmutational magic. Oh no! While she studied his diaries, I rummaged through his belongings and scrolls. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant until I found something of interest. Here we go. Detailed instructions on how to unbind a familiar from their services. A thought began to manifest itself in my brain, though I couldn't quite grasp it yet. But somehow my instincts told me I had all the information I needed. I just had to stitch everything together. Kind of like what I do when I assemble quests for my patrons. Exactly, but right when I tried getting to it, we heard the front door squeak and creak as someone entered the house. We tried to hide, of course, but we hadn't been quick enough with our investigation. And definitely not subtle either. The whole place looked super chaotic. Oh my god. The wizard immediately knew something was off. And a potentially dangerous person on high alert is even more dangerous, so we had to be on guard. Aura hid under the table, but I had other plans. I managed to jump on a bookshelf and wedge myself right on top under the ceiling. Okay, give me one moment. Okay. Many interruptions. So I was hidden, but I could still see the whole room. Good call. I watched as the magician barged in, but he wasn't alone. Excuse me. He was accompanied by a lizard, a colorful bird, and a two-headed sheep. Oh no, not one of those again. Huh? It's nothing. Please continue. It was so weird. The bird didn't know how to fly, the lizard walked on two legs, and the sheep's two heads always looked in the same direction. As if they all didn't know how to be real animals, just like the dog from the docks. But now we had proof. The weird animals were definitely connected to the weird wizard. And, as if the wizard noticed something, he stopped and said to the animals, "No, you three get out of here. I don't want you to get in trouble or hurt." I already had my fingers wrapped around the handle of my knife, ready to strike. I'm sure he felt my murderous intent. But it does sound like he cared about those animals. That's what I thought too. As soon as they had left the room, I saw him create a ball of flames in his hand. He was ready to strike, and I knew I had to do something. Who'd have done horrible things to Aura? So I meowed. Oh, Melly. Like a cat? Huh? I pretended to be a cat. And somehow it worked, even though I was wearing clothes. The wizard turned around and saw me on top of the bookshelf. His features turned from worried to soft in a millisecond, and he said, "Madam, you are a cat. Leave her be." "Oh, a little rascal. How did you get in here? Did I lock you in? You must be terribly scared." And I was scared, but not for the reason he thought. So I just meowed a second time, as you do when you're pretending to be a cat. And then he said very politely, "Would you please come down here? This room isn't a place for little cats, but I can offer you a cup of milk instead." And that was a very tempting offer, so as any cat would, I answered, "No, but I would love some chocolate milk." Oh my god. I kinda forgot that cats don't usually speak. Needless to say, his face was priceless. But then his hand started to light up again. I immediately knew she was in danger, so I broke every possible rule the Thieves Guild taught me and just popped up from underneath the table. That was very brave of you. Don't know if I'd have been so fearless. Well, I had to. The wizard turned around. He was surprised, so maybe even scared, but he was also ready to fire at me. Could you really change his name every time? Yeah, just about. Medley started calling him Aura. I already saw my life flashing before my eyes, and before I could even think about it, I yelled, "We know you don't mean any harm. You're just trying to protect those familiars, right?" Apparently, I hit a nerve. He stopped right in his tracks. I took advantage of that moment and tried to explain why we were in his home in the first place. I told him everything about the quest, the familiars, the weird dog. Usually I'm not very good with words, but, well, your drink definitely did what it was supposed to. I don't know how, but I think we managed to de-escalate the situation. He looked panicked before that, as if he was being chased. Maybe he actually expected people to come after him. Hearing all of the clues out of Aura's mouth kind of flipped a switch in my brain. And I could see the truth right in front of me. Suddenly, everything made so much sense. I jumped down from the shelf and began my conclusion. It is clear to me that you, the accused, do not have ill intentions. However, that does not make you innocent. You're still involved in the disappearance of some familiars. She was walking back and forth while she gave her speech. Needless to say, the wizard and I were equally focused. I love that. You're fond of animals, and as such, also familiars. And while I don't know anything about magic, I've heard the term transmutational before. Who hasn't? Honestly, it's a broadly used term. That right there was a blatant lie. So I, the world's greatest detective, have concluded you're turning familiars into animals, or at least you're making them look like animals. You also were accompanied by some of those familiars, and you cared for their safety. That means they are here of their own free will. So by turning them into animals, you did them a favor. They wanted to be transmuted. But now their patrons and the other familiars can't reach them anymore. And they're worried that something bad happened to them, and that's why we're here. Case closed. That's pretty impressive. And you figured that out all by yourself? Yep. The magician was also really impressed. I totally hit the nail on the head. I explained again that we were just there to investigate, but that it was also necessary for the familiars and their friends and families to talk to each other. The remaining familiars wanted an explanation, as well as their former mages. The wizard already felt guilty for doing something behind their backs, of course. Turns out the familiars weren't happy in their dragon-like bodies and much preferred feeling like real animals. But they were afraid of telling their patrons and familiar friends, so none of their remaining acquaintances knew what had happened. Of course they expected the worst. Why else would your friends just leave you alone and disappear without a trace? Yeah. But obviously none of them wanted to continue on like that, so we helped set up a meeting for them to talk it out. And they did. All the magicians were very understanding, if a little sad to lose their connections. The other familiars also welcomed them with open arms, even though they were a little confused at first. They needed a while to understand why their friends wanted to be animals. But I think they got it eventually. So all in all, it sounds like a very successful quest. Absolutely. I'm glad you got to uncover the truth. Me too. The magician even decided to give us something in return for helping him. Neither of us have any use for it, so we wanted you to have it. Don't say that. That makes it sound like it's a bad gift, and it's not. What is it then? It's a ring of beast storing, lost with a familiar inside of it. With a lost familiar inside of it. He found it a long while ago, but its patron never showed up. We named it Renu. Melina can't take care of it, and I have my sheepfish Rufus. But you have Andus, so you already know how to take care of a mini dragon. Oh, I absolutely do. You might enjoy some. We get two? You might enjoy some company. So thank you two very much. I need to get back to Rufus now. He gets lonely without me sometimes. Or is it that you get lonely without him? He's my pet. I need to take care of him. Don't worry, I'm sure Fable did a good job. Though it's nice to see how much you care for your pet. He's been my only friend since my parents died a long time ago. Oh. Were they also eaten by zombies? No. They were burned alive. Oh. Oh no. I remember it as if it were yesterday. It was late afternoon and my parents wanted to visit the adjacent village to buy some grain. But they never returned. I wanted to look for them, but when I got to the village, every house, every barn, and even the ground was ablaze. I heard yelling, people screaming in pain, pleading for help. And my parents were nowhere to be found. Few of the survivors confirmed they'd seen them earlier that day, before the fire. I later found out the perpetrator was a pretentious son of a noble family. He had a disagreement with a farmer over some payments and instead paid a bunch of criminals to set fire to his barn. But the fire spread uncontrollably and devoured everything in its path, including innocent lives. Just like it did today. That's awful. I'm sorry, Aura. It's alright. I bottled all my emotions up and combined them into desire. For a family? For revenge. Oh. But that sounds like a lonely desire, though. And you haven't found any friends since then? No. The people in the Thieves Guild helped me survive, but they weren't particularly keen on friendship. So I just chose the lonely path that was meant for me. That's not very nice of them. But now you have me. And? We're best friends now. And accomplices. And we can found our own guild. Huh? Oh, Jesus. We just okay. Like a detectives guild. No. Give us a few more quests and we'll be the most famous detectives in all of Fisoa. Oh, is this our new buddy? Does he not go in the back with Andu? Or was he always there? No, right? I'm sure of that. Oh, hello, Hex. And good mythical morning to you, Innkeeper. This time it's actually still morning. But that doesn't mean it isn't also morning somewhere else in the world as well. Of course not. That's a really cute hat you're wearing. Thanks. Can I try it on sometime? Only if you tell me your name. A fellow master of bribery, I see. But there's nothing more you could possibly teach me. A world-class detective like me doesn't need extra lessons in bribery. So you're a detective? Yes. The best detective in all of Fisoa, I might add. I'm Melina, by the way. But you can call me Melly. Happy to make your acquaintance, Melly. I am Hexagon Hex, but you can call me Hex. Like, by your last name? No Hex, as in short for Hexagon, obviously. What a shit-eating grin. Ah. And who's that grim-looking fellow next to you? Oh, him? They look grouchy, but they're my world-class assistant. Not by choice. His name is Aura. I'm sure it is, yes. Nice to meet you, Aura. But I think you've gotten enough information out of me. Can I try on your hat now? That's a tricky one. You see this little star pendant at the tip of my hat? Huh? It classifies me as a wizard of the primordial sea. A silver one, I might add. One of Leviathan's most trusted confidants. Ooh. And all of his knowledge is directly transmitted to anyone with a hat like mine. In particular, silver stars like me have access to information that, leaked to the masses, would break the order of this world. Oh wow. But every silver star has to go through extensive mental training. Such amounts of knowledge would drive any mortal without proper training insane. No. So I can't let you try on my hat without endangering your life. And I couldn't forgive myself if I were the reason Fisoa's best detective went mad. That is very honorable of you. But I, the great detective Melina, have concluded that you, Hexagon Hex, are nothing but a bad liar. You're a great detective indeed. Honestly thought you were pretty convincing, Hex. Thank you. Wait, did you actually believe him? Of course not. I just happen to know a thing or two about the primordial sea. I've read a few books, heard some rumors. You know how it is. But I really doubt Leviathan would share his precious knowledge with a mere mortal. Anything against you, Hex. You got me there. Gotta say, you're really convincing. I sure am. Looks like a great detective like me never stops learning. Honestly, you could have just told me no, though. I would have revealed my name even without a promising magic hat on the line. But it's more fun this way. I think honesty is also a very important skill to master. Whatever you say, detective. But Hex, what brings you here today? Ah, nothing really. I was just longing for another one of your drinks. You know, the kind that would flood my head with new ideas. Leave it to me. New ideas. Little shit 1 meets little shit 2. Ooh. Silent Owl's an interesting one. I'm just gonna give him a sparkling nebula. And pay attention to what I was pouring. There you go. This should do the trick. Huh, let's see. Ooh, I can already feel it. All the ideas, they're manifesting in my brain. Honestly, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I guess we'll have to find out. Oh, can you maybe show me a magic trick? Just to test your abilities, I mean. Well, yes, of course I can. I'm glad you asked. You know, I'm a master of fire. Oh, then can you also do fireballs? I wouldn't call a fireball a mere magic trick, more like a fully fledged spell. But I can create 10 tiny flames on top of my fingertips. Like cute little candles. I want to see that. I would maybe advise you to play with fire outside. A lot of my ingredients are very flammable. You'll miss a real big show then. I think I'll somehow manage to survive. Natsu did that once, with one hand. I did not continue my rewatching of that. And he made the fire spell come on. Oops. Big old oops. Your loss. He was taunting 2 other mages. Well, you know. Into a 2v1. You're not very smart. Or are you coming as well? I'm good. Alright, Lone Wolf. You're missing out, though. Certainly. See you later. Have fun. Good fight, good fight. Was it tournament arc? Damn, I can't believe they did. Carolyn! Innkeep. Care? This quest up for taken? It sure is. Why else would it be hanging on the quest board? Oh, okay. Who asked you, thief? Yeah, don't sass Carolyn. Are you going all by yourself? Of course, I don't do groups. But it could be quite dangerous. Dyria seems to be a hotspot for danger at the moment. Excuse me. Do you want to come with me or what? If so, spit it out, kid. No. Fine. There's nothing this greatsword can't cleave through by itself. I won't need much help. Cool. They always like that in Keep? Depends on who's in the room. Ah, I see how it is. You do? Yes, of course I do. You're like a dragon. You barely know me, so it's obvious that you're reserved as to not expose any weak spots. But sometimes you gotta find the fine line between being reserved and being a tad too edgy. That. We called him edgy. And we are correct. Can you stop psychoanalyzing me? Yes. No. Great. Not like you're right with any of your assumptions. You could always enlighten us. I'll pass, but I wouldn't mind another drink. Same as always? Yes. Something... you know. Something for my aura. Gotcha. It's on the house this time. We can make him drink Thousand Winds. I think that one might need an infusion. Now another Spoken Heart for him. Ding ding. Thanks. That's good enough. Splendid. Alright, moving on. What about you, Care? I'd like to know more about the chasmscape that's the path to Diria. I mean, I haven't been there yet. Me neither, actually. Really? Do you ever think Do you think I ever... Do you think I never leave this tavern? Do you have any special insights that might be useful? Not so much about the situation in Diria itself, but bits and bobs I picked up over the last days. Enlighten me. As you might have read, travel to Diria has become a bit of a hazard. Collapsing bridges, disappearing animals, nervous diplomats. Sounds like a haven for bandits. Among other things. Either way, I'll get that blue blood to Diria. Of course. How about a drink to aid with the undertaking? I thought you'd never ask. Any wishes? I mean, this could go either way. Depends on what truly is going down in Diria. Timing might be important, being swift and smart about it. Evasion, that's what you call it. I might have a good infusion for that. The feather of a golden loon. A what? Oh, a rare waterfowl. Legend has it the wind still resides in its feathers, which is why they lend you its speed. Ah, intriguing. Suppose it'd be great for evasion, if you add something for the brains to it. Though I'll be dealing with a diplomat, so a little additional charisma to get me on his good side wouldn't hurt either. Definitely doable. Alternatively, to be prepped for every possible situation, something up to my defenses wouldn't be too bad. How do you feel about traveling under the blessing of the dragons? I'm all ears. With a little Kirtrin, your weapon strikes will be blessed. Great against any bandits or bridges. Oh, we got character information. That sounds like something my Baba would have chosen. Not that she would have needed it. If the situation really is that dangerous, something that'd give me more protection would fit. If it comes with enough strength to strike back, that is. But being able to evade the threat by being smart and fast about it might be better. You know what, Innkeep? I'll leave the choice to you. You should know what you're doing. Let me think about it. Sounds like she's already leaning more towards the other one. Sadly, not this one. I think we can make Peak Sunrise work with an infusion. Maybe. It only needs one more of this. And then everything else goes into this. There we go. Smart, fast, a little bit of charisma. Alright, off you go. Let's let wits, wind, and some kind words guide your way. Let's. Rhea. Wow. Where are you headed? Tyria, some diplomat clown is in need of aid. Needs some escorting of sorts. Aye, Innkeep. Is this the escort quest you've been offering? Yep. Boggin' crap. I've been meaning to take that one to earn a little bit of coin on the side. Well, I've already committed to it. And what if I tell you that I want the quest? Well, you ain't getting it. Simple. Could you stop me? Do you want me to try? I'd love you to. Come on now, just go together. Who asked you? Exactly. Your conversation is giving me a headache. The solution is as easy as it is efficient. Go together. One takes on the big bads, the other takes the small ones. Either way, you're better prepared for a fight. If it comes to it. Listen, I'm looking to buy some materials for an important project. Material costs exploded ever since the stars fell. I wouldn't mind a side gig. You look sturdy, like you could take a few blows, so sure. Let's do it. Let's meet tonight at the crossroad to Themis. We'll leave from there. Great! I'll head to my room to start packing. And to take a nap. Those are effective after all, huh? Oh, shush. You're a brooding fella, aren't you? This is just who I am. I've met fellas like you before. You're all the same. Often you've got the truest hearts of gold. Can we skip the sincerity? My headache is bad enough. Oi, Innkeep. Rhea? Kyle keeps talking about fireworks. He's still oblivious about what actually happened. Luck's with the fools, they say. For many, it'd be easier if it had just been fireworks. He played that. Well, words are starting to hurt me. He keeps blabbering about that letter. Oh? Have you opened it yet? No. Dreading what it might be inside? Didn't have the time yet. Suddenly your lines don't sound so empty anymore. Don't think too hard about it. Oh my god, this bastard's back. Think about what? Nothing. Of course not. I didn't mean to pry or anything, even though I'm very curious by nature. Good for you. I would agree. That and wanderlust is the reason why I decided to come here. To the tavern, to Zenith, to adventure. Woohoo. Thank you. I've come to inquire whether someone has already embarked on the quest to escort my dear friend to Tyria. Very much so. She's sitting right here. Where? Oh, how rude of me. Of course. Hello, brave adventurer. Rhea's enough. Hello, Bravea. You're the one who's going to escort my dear friend? Along with care. That one. Oh, Carolyn, phenomenal. I'm beyond thrilled to learn that my dear friend is going to be in such capable hands. Though, I've been wondering. Come on, spit it out. Could I perhaps join? It's totally alright if not, but this diplomat is very dear to me and it feels like my duty to aid him. Can you even fight? Well, I can talk. Very well, in fact. I can fight with my words. I'm getting tired of him. The wolf would hate that. So sure thing. Come along, lad. I'll show you some tricks. We leave at midnight. Really? How exciting. Come on, let's go. Oh, how the turntables. Me going on a very dangerous and important quest instead of merely reading about it. Seems like you're on the right path for your hero's journey. Indeed, all the stories I'll have to tell when I return, innkeeper. I can't wait. Farewell. See you soon. Goodbye. See you soon. I hope their quest does go well and they don't run into anything unexpected. What's on your mind? Are there any open quests left? There is one, but it involves social conflict resolution. Sure, whatever. I didn't realize that his shirt was a fucking crop top. Ah! I've been bonked. My man's is back, yeah. I'm taking this. Isn't it a bit too soon to go on another quest? You just got back. At least have a long rest, replenish some resources. I'm good. Is somebody calling me from work, get back to Twitch? Yeah.
You're stupid!
Oh, we did have it. That's directed at Edgy? Yeah, that's fair. I could have sworn they didn't have it. What else was I looking for then? Not only did they have it, I set it up. What the fuck? Gabby, no. I already paid you with a story today, so get me one of those quest drinks. Something with a little more violence. I don't think I'll be doing that. Fable, 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 Fable. Hiya, innkeeper. Hiya, Fable. Hiya, Mel. Hi. Yeah. Never mind. Would you like a drink? Actually, I'm here for a quest. Archie told me there was still one left and I wanted to ask if I could take it. Good question, Fable. I see it's on me to answer it. Aura is thinking about taking the quest. Who's Aura? John. Malachite. That guy. Oh, nice name. Thank you. Wait, what if they go on a quest together and Fable helps little Mr. McEdgelord over here open up a little bit? Thank you. But if you're already taking it, I guess I'm too late. I hope you have fun. Why don't you two go together? Together? Is that allowed? Of course. Teamwork is the adventuring world's bread and butter. First off, Gabby. Fable is a they them. Thank you very much. Second off, yes, Edgy McEdgelord, do. Make them open up some more in general. Okay? Okay. I need them to tell me their fucking secrets. Most heroic deeds are not done alone. Life would be very lonely that way. It would be yes, so you should go on this quest together. Combine your individual strengths to solve any problems better than you ever could alone. And you would get to know each other better in the process. It's a win-win. Well, they them cannot steal my mans. Listen. That's nobody mans. Ow. Ara, what do you think? Would you be okay with that? Yeah, Gabby's very into edgy. I guess. Would you? Sorry, Soul. You want edgy nowhere near Fable? I'm about to send these two on a quest together. I think so. That sounds fun. Cool. It's settled then. You'll go together. If I can ask, what exactly is the quest about? Archie only mentioned there was one. Fable needs experience. Edgy Mans has experience. Edgy Mans needs to learn to be more open. Fable could maybe get them to talk. You know what? Fuck the chat. Gabby, stop. You're too thirsty. It's simple. Baya is worried because the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon and the Mary Morgan of the Ashen Grove aren't speaking to each other.
Emotional damage.
Yes. She fears the end of their relationship would also mean the end of her friendship with them. Exactly, our sunshine plus dark and broody dynamic. One quest. They'll be fine. Edgy is also a they-them? Oh. Wait, I didn't actually read. The name fucking changes in the book, too. Oh, they're a he-they. We got more. Any more lit up ones? Okay, no more are lit. You've been on TV tropes. She fears the end of their relationship. Yeah, okay, friendship with them. Baya's friends with the Mary Morgan? Best friends. Ah, so we need to talk to the Mary Morgan and the Banshee. What an opportunity. You've been on TV tropes and now you know things? All kind of things. I always wanted to come face to face with the embodiment of sorrow. Don't you think that's scary? No. You know what's scary? Failing relationships. Oh my god, even he got nervous from that. You don't think I do? No. But that's why if we're gonna give him anything, I hope charismatic is an option, because he would need a lot of charisma. Social fights are the most dangerous kind. I find them less scary than wrathful spirits. Seems like together your fears will cancel each other out. I don't know enough about math to dispute that. Speaking of math-ish, how do you two want to approach this? This is not an easy task, so we must be smart about it. Do you still have any of those Fey crystals, the ones that make you fade into the shadows entirely? Sure do. Good. I suggest you mix those with a hefty serving of intelligence. Then we can turn invisible, come up with a clever ruse to make them fall for each other again without them ever knowing it was us. So you're telling me y'all are gonna try to attempt to sha-la-la-la my oh my. You know that girl's too shy. Come on, Shay. Go on and kiss that girl. Gotta let the cat in real quick. Yeah, Shay, it's a box. Unfortunately, it's a very destroyed box. Can't even fit in it, sorry. They're gonna try to Lion King them? The Little Mermaid fits better. How many drinks can you have in one sitting? More. I don't know. None of these are alcoholic. So at least there's that. Do you just want to avoid social interaction? Maybe. Or maybe I enjoyed the whole clever detective thing last time. Maybe. Hello, Shay. Oh my god, you're aggressively being affectionate right now. Fair enough. I don't know. I feel like they should talk about their feelings. What if their feelings are that they never want to talk to each other ever again? Then they should talk about that too. Hello, Shay. That's not the point of the quest. I think it is. We should face the problem head on instead of trying to find a way to avoid it. Fable has a good point. Good, although thank you. Yeah, I think I would also have preferred it to be alcoholic. Give Shay a treat? I can give Shay a treat. I don't know where the treats are. So maybe this one is... Maybe for this one, a charismatic approach would be a better choice. I am in full agreement with Fable. Those are my treats. Those are hot Funyuns. Oh wait, hold on. I know where it's at. They're right over here. Since somebody decided that she wanted to try to help herself to the treats. Here you go, mamas. I'm gonna put them right there for you. Okay. Boop. And maybe, Innkeeper, Clay mentioned you have Thunder Sage. That would help us inspire other people, right? My ring light fell over and that scared the cat. There we go. She deserves them. Yes, correct. I'll admit it works a little differently for everyone, but I've no doubt you'll figure it out. Speaking of Clay, he wanted me to tell you that he and Tia will make it back in time for the barbecue. Really? That's amazing. Alright, you should come too. We're having a barbecue at the Ashen Grove Elf Settlement on the 31st. It'll be great fun, I think. I don't think so. Oh, alright. I'll fucking punch you if you don't go. You get back from this quest, and then you go to that fucking barbecue. I swear to God, I'll punch ya. I have to get back to Rufus at some point. He'll need his wool cut. Speaking of Rufus, if you're here, Fable, where's the sheepfish? Melina picked him up. She said she'd bring him home so he has to spend less time alone. Great. Was that wrong? I told her exactly what kind of food to give him in case he gets hungry while they wait for you. No, it's fine. He likes her. They're a good match. Anyway, we should hurry, so you don't miss your barbecue. You're right. Innkeeper, can you help us pick the right approach? Either invisible and intelligent, or charismatic and inspiring. I trust your expertise. Let me think about it. I already know what to do. So we want this one. We want the charisma. 1,000 wins. With a little... What was it? Thunder Sage? It's gonna be a negative to that. It's got inspiration. It even out to like 0. So that means it has a chance of going right if he speaks. Okay, so I don't think this 1,000 wins will be it. That's where it needs to be. think the direct approach is the better choice. After all, honest communication is important, right? Would you say so? Very much so. And you? I think honesty is the best approach to any situation, including this one. Agreed. I think the only question left is, where should we start? The Ashen Grove is closer. And you already know where to find the Mary Morgan. You do? Wait, hold on. And you already know where to find the Mary Morgan. That's me to Fable. I thought Fable said it for a second. Yes, I encountered her before. So she'll remember you. Useful? I hope not. Last time she tried to drown me. Oh, I see. It was pretty embarrassing. I know the way to the Banshee too. It might be smarter to start with the one further away, work backwards and all. That makes sense. Let's do that. Good. But we should prepare first. The journey to Boreas won't be easy. You're right. We should leave tomorrow morning. We should. Wonderful. Glad to know that you'll actually rest between quests, Aura. If I must. You went on a quest with Melly, right? How was it? Fine. Reminded me of my parents. Are they... well? They're dead. Ah. Burned to death. I'm sorry. It's horrible. That's life. It shouldn't be. How old were you when you lost them? 7. Oh wow. That must have been really scary. It was. Fine. It doesn't sound fine. Oh. When I was 7, I ran into a vine-spiked boar while searching for friendly rocks. It chased me through the forest for almost an entire hour. Look, he's opening up. He's gonna talk about his feelings soon. He's already letting his facial expressions do the talking. He's close to crying. First I thought I was gonna die. Then I was sure I was never gonna step foot outside again. But when they found me crying, my family hugged me so tightly they dried up all my tears. You must reiterate that you hate this? Well, I want this. This is dealer's choice, baby. And when I sat in my room frozen in fear, we danced and played board games until I forgot I was even scared. I can't imagine not having that. I can. It was... Please don't say fine. Scary. Really scary. I waited home by myself for 2 whole days. I thought the shadows were going to eat me at some point. And when I finally was brave enough to leave, it was too late. You know it wasn't your fault, right? I know I never want to feel that scared again. But it's fine, because I fixed it. Fixed it? How? By taking revenge on the buggers who caused their deaths. A popular approach these days. Did that make you feel any better? Yeah, sure. It was just a natural part of my journey, following the path of darkness. It's my destiny. Misery is nobody's destiny. She's right. You shouldn't confine yourself to sadness just because it's what you're used to. Besides, the innkeeper always says you can choose your own destiny. And I decided our destiny is to bring these 2 lovebirds back together. At least for now. I think I need to go. Prepare for our treacherous journey ahead. You should let Melina know you're leaving. She'll be worried, senseless otherwise. Let her know you'll be back. I might not be. Don't be like your parents. Ooh. Oh, shit. Whatever. Time to go. Jesus Christ.
Emotional damage.
Bad choice, apparently. Do you think I should go after them? I think sometimes we need a bit of time to feel our feelings by ourselves before we feel comfortable enough to feeling them in front of other people. That's a no, right? Give him a moment. You'll have plenty of time to be there for him when you're trying to play matchmaker for the undead. Right. We have to do that. Which is fine. I'll be fine. The Mary Morgan probably doesn't even remember me. And if she does, I can just run. Or hide. Or cry. No matter what, you won't be alone. I can't tell Aura how afraid I am. It'll be so embarrassing. If you want to be there for him, you should also let him know when you're scared. It's only fair. I don't want to burden them with my problems. Being a burden every once in a while is part of the wonderful experience of being loved. Your friends appreciate it when you trust them enough to let them help you. Because when you care for people, you're willing to put in a little work to make them smile. But you already know all this, don't you? I do. But it's just so much harder to keep in mind when it comes to myself. I know, but you've been doing very well, Fable. Thank you, Innkeeper. It's all thanks to you. That isn't true. I've been trying to help you the best I can, but you're the only one who actually has to change. But you're the one who actually has to change, yeah. And I'm proud of how far you've come. Let's call it teamwork, then. Let's. Anytime. Oh, it's hidden. It's hidden real hard. Can I stay for a little longer? I think I need a bit more time before I can face my fears. Always, Fable. Thank you. Morning. It's not morning. Did I sleep that long? No, it's still the same day. Ah, that makes more sense. Not morning, Elfie? Not morning. How did you sleep? Not much. Think your drink made me restless. Archie said you're going on a quest? Yeah. Ray and I will be escorting some rich fuck to Tyria. Be a little nicer, please. He's Archie's friend. Sorry. We'll be escorting...
Brother,
What?
What's that?
Don't you brother, Carolyn.
What's that, brother?
I will fight you, Gabby. Sorry, we'll be escorting some rich idiot to Tyria. He's Archie's friend? I see. That's why he was so excited. 'Cause his friend's leaving? Must really be craving some peace and quiet.
For real?
Y'all need to chill. I'm gonna make that a little smaller. Oh, there we go. Oh no, no. He's excited because they get to travel together. What? He said he's coming along. Since when? Freya invited him. Great. Is it too late to back out? Yes, don't be a coward. Fine. But I'll need another drink. That would be rather difficult. I already gave you a drink tailored to your quest, and my boosts wouldn't be mixed so irresponsibly right before an adventure. So I'm just supposed to deal with this headache by myself? Yes. Very helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you think something exciting will happen on your quest? We'll see. I've got a good feeling about it. You reckon I'm gonna slay another guardian? Wah. Maybe. That would be intense, right? What kind would you like to fight this time? Sounds are fun. Not sure. I feel like I already met the one I was looking for. What could be a greater fight than slaying a wyvern chimera? You're right. I think that means it's time to befriend the Realm Keepers now. Wouldn't that be something? Which one would you like to meet the most? Gaia. Can't think of a greater honor than that. You? Gaia as well, but I feel like I should pick someone else for balance. Cassiopeia, maybe? I'd love to ask her how she's doing right now. Maybe give her a hug. You'd be the type to give a dragon a hug. What does that mean? That you're lovely, I think. Something like that. Hello, Shay. Excuse me. So, fellow dragon enjoyer, who would you pick? No repeats. The origin of everything, I guess. There's just something fascinating about trying to understand the incomprehensible. They say their domain is covered in the roots of the Aether Tree. Shay. She's just crawling behind everything. Hello, mamas. Bye-bye, mamas. Off to her cat tree. Say their domain is covered in the roots of the Aether Tree. Laying eyes upon them supposedly reveals unspoken truths of the universe. Not in this universe, soul. Wonder what that'd do to you. Something fun, I'm sure. But I suspect your quest will have its merits, even if you don't meet any of the Realm Keepers. That's true. I bet you and Rare will have a lot to talk about. And you can teach Archie more about adventuring? I'm not so sure about that. You're a great teacher. I've learned so much from you already, just by being your friend. Like how to say what I really mean. I'm still working on it, obviously, but I feel so much better when I'm being honest about what I want. You've been getting a lot better at it. Thank you. And Melee loves practicing with you, too. She says she wants to ask Rhea to build her a great sword of her own. So a regular-sized dagger? I'm just poking fun at her smallness now. Teaching someone to hold a sword is one thing. Guts and bravery are something else. Not sure I can teach Archie something I'm still practicing myself. You can always practice together. Yeah, speaking of practice, you're going on a quest too, Elfie? I am. R and I are going to fix the Banshee and the Mary Morgan's relationship. Excuse me. Is that sneaky Twister's new name? It is. Ain't you scared of the Mary Morgan? Only a little. Okay, maybe a lottle. She also says lottle. Do you think she's gonna drown me? Or do you think the Banshee will? Maybe they'll reunite through the teamwork of drowning me? Probably not. I think you'll probably find some wacky as heck solution that no person in the history of Dragonkind would have ever thought of. Like being kind or whatever. I'd like that. And if all else fails, you've always got an insane air echo by your side to pull you out of the water. If you can swim. Axolotl? Yeah, obviously. Axolotl. He's sane. Is he? Well, mostly I think he's sad, and sadness can make people feel a lot of intense things. Like fear or anger or nothing at all. Anything that isn't sadness. It's easy to lose yourself in that. But there's always a way out if you're looking. You taking that sheepfish thing along? Maybe? I think you might let him stay with Melina, so she isn't alone. Or so he isn't at risk of losing him. Probably both. Not a bad idea. Would hate for her to be all alone while you two go chasing ghosts. Maybe we can send Grace over to check up on her. Or Hex. No. Guess if you're going with whatever the Drake's name is... If you're going with whatever the Drake's his name is, you'll finally be able to ask him about his cheesecake recipe. He has a cheesecake recipe? Cheesecake recipe? Melina mentioned he has a good one. I thought maybe he could show me how to make it. That sounds like a great idea. Ask him. You can use my kitchen if you want, too. Really? That would be amazing. I'll ask him. Maybe. Andrew will be waiting for you. On a completely different note, Care, what happened to those undead snails you wanted to check in on? Well, They're slow, ain't they? Still got a little time to stick around. So you'd say you like it here? It's not bad here. Thought maybe I'd even bring my cousin a souvenir. Hands off my trinkets. I ain't that air echo. I'll get her something from the market. Or the elf settlement. And maybe I'll bring you something back from her farm, Elfie. You mentioned you'd love to try planting some ghost berries. Either way, I'll stop by sooner or later. Don't want to risk her turning into a werewolf and moving house. Huh. Huh. No, but seriously, if any more of my family members turn into dragon-forsaken werewolves, I'll be joining the Van Helsings. That is valid. Still don't know if they kill werewolves. Don't care. Do you think I could come with you? When you go, I mean? I could gather the ghost berries myself, and I know a lot about snails. You should. You've got away with her family members. And the snails would love you. Have to agree. You'd probably make a chaotic mess, but... a fun chaotic mess. Yeah. These two are so cute. Seems like you guys did end up forming a party after all. Shut up. Okay. Kira gets shot with 3 more arrows. We'll have to find out later. Anyway, it's late. I think I should go back to the settlement and catch some rest. Carolyn, do you want to come with? Ain't sure I got any tips for you in return, but I can listen to you worrying. Yeah, you're good at that. Do you want to come too, innkeeper? I'm afraid Andrew doesn't do well in civilization. Or alone. Especially not alone. But I'll be eagerly awaiting your stories. We'll return with plenty. I'm counting on it. Good night, Care. Good night, Fable. Good night. Good night. Don't we all? Okay. Act 2 Interlude. I think this is where I'm going to leave it, because if I keep reading, I'm going to kind of struggle some more with English. Oop. That's also really hot. We'll come back to this probably next Thursday, once again.